Chapter 90 Battle of the Kings. A middle-aged man walked out from the Fire Phoenix and stared at Su Qian. It can't be helped, everyone will take turns kicking the man who is down ****. If I don't interfere, I would not get a share of the pie in the future. Su Qian's expression was calm, as he said, indifferently. Furthermore, I'm a cultivator of the Pre-Qin dynasty. In my eyes, you guys are the real rebels. Well said, the great Jin dynasty now are people like us. Do you really think we can't replace you? Amidst loud laughter, a slender and handsome young man flew into the sky. His eyes were soft but his temperament was evil. At this moment, he was in high spirits. He held a tricolored feather fan in his hand and questioned the other party. With an overbearing aura, Virtuous Phoenix King, do you think that's right? Virtuous Phoenix King, Wen Sanshi, who was running away, heard this name. He subconsciously looked up. This person also had the power of the fire, but his power leaned towards gentleness. The dharmic power phenomenon on his body was very magical. He actually could form a phoenix and hence should be relatively strong. So this phoenix man is actually Chang Sunji's father. Sanshi was speechless. I need to hurry up and escape. Although he might not discover that Chang Sunji's death was caused by me just to be safe, it's better to stay away for now. He sped up and slipped into the forest, running into the distance. The Virtuous Phoenix King didn't answer yes or no, because no matter how he answered, he might fall into the other party's trap. Instead, his eyes revealed a lofty look. He took out a jade brush and said with a murderous aura, "Yu, if you dare to deceive the public with your demonic words, you will be executed." The jade-colored brush-shaped Dharma treasure quickly enlarged, releasing dense silver threads that wrapped around the young man. You still dare to act domineering at a time like this? You really have a death wish. Yu laughed sinisterly and waved the tricolored feather fan in his hand. A circle of a powerful gust of wind appeared. Hoo-ha-hoo, the gust of wind erupted. The wind released by the feather fan was also divided into 3 colors. The white one had a sharp edge, the green one formed a wind blade, and the red one turned into flames. This strange power of wind and fire bypassed the other party's silver threads and swept towards Virtuous Phoenix King with a shockingly powerful aura. The latter's expression changed. This fellow's 3-flowered treasured fin could actually counter his silver silk jade brush. If this continued, he would be at a disadvantage. Without hesitation, he took out a silver pearl. Brilliant light bloomed and the gust of wind that approached him disappeared without a trace. The remaining attacks were also easily blocked by him. Wine stability bed. Jiayu's expression changed. He didn't expect this guy to be able to find such a rare Dharma treasure. It seemed that he had made ample preparations this time. A smug expression appeared on Virtuous Phoenix King's face. In front of the wine stability bead, more than half of your Dharma treasures are useless. Die. Have formed a hand seal with one hand and the red flames condensed into a huge phoenix. This phoenix spread its wings and flew towards Yu with a scorching heat wave. Yu could only hurriedly cast a spell to resist it. Then, he realized that the silver thread had already arrived beside him first, and directly stabbed over, showing signs of piercing him into a sieve. HMPH, did not expect to be at a disadvantage in a single exchange. A green light flashed on Yu's body, and he instantly retreated 1,000 feet away, dodging the spider web-like silver threads that surrounded him and the subsequent Fire Phoenix attack. However, after dodging the silver thread, the phoenix changed its direction and chased after him again. At this moment, he now had ample space to deal with it. He formed a seal with both hands and a green tornado condensed, blowing out and sweeping the Fire Phoenix away. The power of wind and fire gathered together, causing the resultant power to become even more violent. They destroy each other and then with a bang, caused an explosion. Without the help of so many Dharma treasures, you would have died long ago. Yu looked at the Virtuous Phoenix King in disdain. If you hadn't run away quickly, you would have died just now. Virtuous Phoenix King strode forward with the wine stability bead on his head and the silver silk jade brush in his hand. He looked down at Yu and said, "Since you all dare to gang up and kill 300,000 soldiers of our great Jin Empire, you have to bear the wrath of our great Jin Empire. HMPH, just the 2 of you." Yu had a mocking expression. "Kill them before the rest of them come. Do you think you can continue to gain the upper hand?" Virtuous Phoenix King had a disdainful expression. You're too full of yourself. This is still the great Jin Empire after all. As soon as he finished speaking, spatial fluctuations appeared in the distance and a huge silver ancient starship appeared. On it stood a dense group of silver-armored soldiers. In front of the many soldiers, 3 figures with powerful auras were staring at them. Oh no, the godly Jin army is here. When Suchon saw this, his expression changed. Don't bother with them anymore. Once you're trapped by the Jin God Army's heavenly battle formation, it'll be difficult for you to escape. Chiyu immediately said, "Let's go." "Why are you running? Every time we come, you're always hiding." With step point, any of the people in front of the godly Jin army raised his head. His gaze was like two piercing words as he stared at Chiyu. Damn it, Zenith Heaven King, wasn't this guy guarding the Imperial City? He actually came her. Chiyu, who had been calm just now, was clearly a little flustered. He hurriedly turned around and said, "Activate the Supreme Kraken shit and leave immediately. A bunch of rats that will never see the light of day. They run around every time they see us." Zenith Heaven King's tone was disdainful. He was wearing a white robe. His face was thin and expressionless. He had a cold temperament and carried 7 long swords on his back. He looked like a sword box. These rats are quite bold. They actually dared to touch so many of our normal army this time. A middle-aged man with thick eyebrows and fierce eyes, wearing silver armor on his left, raised his hand. Activate the attack array formation and blast their stupid fish boat down. The silver battleship shone brightly and began to charge up on powerful attacks. At this moment, the doused on his right, who had his eyes closed and was wearing a doused robe, opened his eyes and said, in surprise, "Hey, you actually dare to bring a newborn 9 nether divine body over this time. You are being too generous to us." 9 nether divine body. The Zenith Heaven King's gaze became even brighter, like a sword that was about to be unsheathed. "Very good. Since you killed the young people of the Demon Slayers Division's Fiend Eradicators, today, I'll kill your core successor." Old Man Nightmare's expression darkened. "How dare you? Although you, the Zenith Heaven King, are known as the #1 Sword King of the Great Jin Dynasty. Miss is the descendant of the Sect Master. If you dare to hurt Miss, you will definitely die. If you old man has the ability, you can come and kill me directly." The Zenith Heaven King had a proud expression. He took a step forward and his sword sent soared into the sky. Everyone's swords began to tremble. Cheng Cheng, the 7 swords on his back lit up at the same time, and were all automatically pulled out. They instantly formed a sword formation and followed behind him to attack the Supreme Kraken shit. When the kings in the sky arrived, the battle became even more intense. Songshi was not in the mood to watch any longer. This was because he had encountered a dense swarm of poisonous insects. These things had appeared out of nowhere and had spread all over the mountain. And he, who had trypophobia, felt his scalp tingle. Damn it, they must have been summoned by the guy who used the poison just now. Songshi released his 9 Yan True Energy, which turned into a circle of flames to block the poisonous insects. Under normal circumstances, his strength was enough to make ordinary poisonous insects retreat. However, there were too many of them. There would always be some who were not afraid of death and crawled over. No matter how hard he tried, he could not kill them all. "Don't I have a poison avoidance pearl? Let me take it out and try." Songshi touched a storage ring hidden in his chest and took out a green bead. Immediately, the surrounding poisonous insects avoided him as if he was a disgusting plague.